You walk into a Navy recruiter's office in San Diego on a humid Tuesday morning. A poster on the wall reads, "The only easy day was yesterday." You don't fully understand it yet. You will. You've been running 6 miles a day for 8 months. You've done pull-ups until your hands bled. You told your mother you were joining the Navy. You just didn't tell her which part. You passed the physical screening test, PST, by the skin of your teeth. You signed the contract without even reading the last page. 3 weeks later, you're standing on a painted line at Great Lakes, Illinois, as the winter wind cuts through you like it has a purpose. This is the beginning. The only question is, will you still be standing when it ends? Level 2. The BUD/S student, age 20. You enter basic underwater demolition/SEAL training. The Pacific Ocean is a bone-chilling 65 degrees. You're lying in the surf zone at midnight, shoulder to shoulder with men you barely know, as waves crash over your face. The instructor walks the line, his voice calm. Just ring the bell. 3 rings and it's over. A warm shower, a hot meal, and a ticket out. No shame, just gone. During Hell Week, you endure 132 hours of continuous training with less than 4 hours of sleep. You watch the strongest men in the class walk to that brass bell at 2 a.m. because their minds broke before their bodies did. You learn that panic is just a choice, and you choose to stay. 6 months later, a SEAL Trident is pinned to your chest. The pin is sharp. The instructor presses it in by hand. It draws blood. That's the point. Level 3. The new guy, NG, age 22. You're assigned to SEAL Team 5. Here, you are the NG, the new guy. Everyone knows it, and no one lets you forget it. Your first deployment is Kunar Province, Afghanistan. You carry the heaviest gear, take the worst watches, and never complain. After a chaotic 6-minute firefight, your senior chief hands you a protein bar and says 2 words, held spacing. That's it. 2 words of validation for 11 hours of grueling work. You realize that in the teams, respect isn't demanded. It's earned in silence, 1 yard at a time. Level 4. The operator, age 26. 3 deployments down. Afghanistan, Iraq, and a non-existent location in Africa. You aren't the new guy anymore. You are a full-spectrum operator. You've learned the art of patience. You can sit in a drainage ditch for 2 days, eating cold rations and controlling your breath like a rationed resource just to watch a single door. Sometimes, under a sky so clear it feels dishonest, you think about that 19-year-old kid in Illinois. He had no idea what he was signing up for. You close your eyes for 90 seconds, then get back to work. Level 5. The lead petty officer. LPO, age 29. Now, you carry the weight of the men around you. You are the backbone of the squad. When a young operator gets reckless during a hit, you don't scream at him in front of the team. You pull him aside in the dark and speak plainly. You understand something now that you didn't at 22. Your individual strength doesn't matter. What matters is transferable strength, the kind you leave behind so that when you're not there, the man next to you still holds the line. Level 6. The Chief, age 33. Becoming a chief is a transformation. You oversee a 16-man platoon. Your commanding officer is a 27-year-old lieutenant. He's smart, but you've been doing this since he was in high school. Your job is to make him effective without undermining him. It's the most complex relationship in the military. When a mission in Mali goes sideways and you fix it in real time during a comms blackout, the official report credits the planning. You don't care. You don't need the credit. You only care that your men came home. Level 7. The Senior Chief, age 38. There are fewer than 200 of you on active duty. You are the institutional memory. You're the one the young chiefs call when the manual doesn't have an answer. When a young SEAL comes to you, exhausted and questioning his path, you don't give him a lecture. You tell him about a protein bar in Kunar Province back in 2009. You don't fix his problems. You give him the perspective to fix them himself. Level 8. The Master Chief, age 43. The highest enlisted rank. You sit in rooms with admirals and you speak the hard truths. When bureaucrats try to lower BUD/S standards to save money, you are the wall they hit. You know that a man who isn't broken by training will eventually break in combat when lives depend on him. You aren't protecting a tradition, You're protecting the future of the teams. Level 9. The Commander, age 47. You took a commission years ago. Now, you lead an entire naval special warfare squadron. You're responsible for hundreds of souls, not just SEALs, but the analysts, medics, and techs who make the Trident mean something. You learn that leadership is about elevating others, like ensuring a 24-year-old analyst gets full credit for the intel that saved a mission. Level 10. The Rear Admiral, age 52. You are the commander of naval special warfare. You manage global operations and billion-dollar budgets. Your phone rings at 3 a.m. with secrets you can never share. On a random Wednesday, you walk past the brass bell at the BUD/S compound. You stop. You remember the men who rang it and the men who didn't. You realize that the teams didn't make you hard. They made you honest. They stripped away the performance and left only what was real. You walk back to your office. You have 14 messages. 3 are urgent. You start with the first one. You hold your spacing. You pass the strength forward. And the work continues.